Do you have like some hot takes that like will get people riled up? I do.
Oh, let's start there. Okay, go. And we'll go from there.
Let me see.
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of some now. You know, you're putting me in the hot spot. But like I'm trying to think of some now, but I'm sure something will pop up. So what's a hot take?
I'm gonna give you
because I love talking about music.
I'm gonna give you my top 3 hot takes that get people pissed off.
And okay, so before we move on to this, just to set some sort of like I'm gonna. How old are you? Right?
I'm 33.
Okay, 33.
Yeah.
I got 10 years on you.
Okay,
right?
okay, gotcha.
So like there's gonna be a little bit of
Gotcha.
a difference in regards to the music that we probably both grew up listening to the same shit because we're musicians.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be from Texas.
And from Texas.
So we'll see. And we're both Latinos. So like
both Latinos.
I'm super grateful for like my household as a kid. I come from a really musical family.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing I'm grateful for is the exposure to all sorts of music. And I like again, I'm kind of going into it. So like I feel like my generation, we grew up in the absolute best period of music. Like we got to see the 90s.
That's your hot take right now already.
Yeah, like alternative come through. Like, dude, I was 13, 14 listening to Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and all, while at the same time I'm from Texas, so I listen to George Strait, right?
Yeah.
I'm Latino, so I listen to Intocable, Ramon, like so like my household was like, I'm so grateful for being exposed.
Facts.
So I lived in a household with everybody, like 11 motherfuckers in my house. My aunts, my tias, my mom, my grandma, my sister, my uncle, like everybody.
Yeah, so
and
diverse.
Like, they were 80s babies. So like I was also exposed to The Cure, Depeche Mode, I'm just
Prince.
very great. Everybody. Like, and it was awesome. Like, and I have. Yeah, I'm just real grateful for that.
So I'm gonna go for it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give you my hot takes, and if you come up with some other,
yeah.
First hot take that I have,
and don't be offended if I have no basis or knowledge.
Yeah,
What I'm saying.
It's all good. It's all good. It's mostly for these people.
Yeah,
for whoever's watching, you're gonna be like,
yes, okay, let's
they're
go.
gonna be like, oh, this guy's going for it. This might not be a hot take, other than just like. It is an opinion and people can debate, but like I think had Selena not died, she would have been bigger than Beyonce.
Dude. I was in 6th grade. I'm from Corpus.
Yeah.
Selena was like Selena was
Queen.
it, and I remember I was in 6th grade in PE, and I remember this day like it was yesterday because we weren't in the gym that day. They took us to the cafeteria to study health, right?
Yeah.
Announcement, the announcement on the PA system came out. Did the whole announcement about like, we regret to inform you our
damn
Corpus
at
Christi,
the school. That's how big she was,
dude. They stopped school.
The only time that I've ever seen that happen is 9/11.
Yeah,
think about that.
That's wild.
Think about that.
That's wild.
Think about that. The only time that I remember that happening at school where they had to stop everything was 9/11.
So
that's how big it was.
How old were you when 9/11? That happened in 2001, 2000, right? 2000. How old were you?
Yeah, I was in 4th grade when that happened.
So I was in my freshman year here at UT, so like I can remember. But anyway, so Selena, right? Corpus Christi, Queen. My uncle played with the Dinos. He was a trumpet player. So
Fire.
so like a lot of real big connections, and like I remember that day like it was yesterday. And I bigger than Beyonce, probably. She was on that track. She was on that track
because she was already crossing over.
It was the first crossover, bro, or like big crossover album.
Well, the thing about Selena for me that I think is incredible, and I don't think anybody's ever done this, is that she reversed crossover. She got big outside the U.S. first, and then came back in. You know what I'm saying? Like Selena was not accepted for Tejano music at the beginning when she was growing up. But she went to Mexico, and Mexico fucks with her heavy. Like in that Rio Grande, but like and that other side, like she was touring outside the U.S. more successfully, and then when they accepted her, then she was touring here. That's why the Astrodome show was so important for her, because it was so big, because she had already been doing all the work outside of it, and then finally people here were like, no, she's our queen, and it took that long.
It's nuts,
so
dude.
she did like a reverse crossover, whereas most people get big here, and then they're like, how do we break out to be an international act?
Dude, I think that's a really good I think that's a really good, like, it's I think that's a really good.
So I think the fact that I Could Fall in Love was coming out, and that she was breaking over, and that she was starting to hit that Celine Dion vibe, and that she was trying to really go for that, like, no, like, I make Tejano music, bidi bidi bam bam, whatever, like Como La Flor and all that shit was like Mexican adjacent, cumbia adjacent, Tejano adjacent, or Tejano straight up. Like, now I'm gonna hit you with that Celine Dion. I got pipes, bro.
She would have also gotten the beginning, and who knows for how long, of the beginnings of social media, right? Like she would have been around at the start of Facebook.
And think about it like this: her direct competition in the States, her direct competition in the States would have been Aaliyah. Would have been like the R&B acts.
But at that time, our Aaliyah was like 15 or 16.
Well, I mean, she was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I could easily have it. You know how like now the genres blend?
Yeah.
Bro, I could have easily seen Selena do an R&B
easily,
hit.
right? That would have been really
I could have
cool.
been, and then I could have easily seen Selena be with like featured on like Kaliuchi.
Yeah, dude,
and
yes.
And like, you know what I'm saying? I could have easily see her on a Karol G record.
That's a good one, man.
I could have easily seen Bad Bunny feature Selena. I could have easily, you know what I mean?
All of them.
And then I could have easily seen
even
her
like maybe like she fucks with some bachata with Aventura.
That's what I'm saying.
And
like she would have been the biggest artist ever,
dude,
like in the world.
That's a good.
Period.
That's a good one. That's a good hot take. It's not. I don't know who would.
I don't know who would dispute that.
I don't know who would dispute that.
But I genuinely think like if you wanted like a stadium ballad, if you wanted an Adele level hit, she would have given it to you. If you wanted that crossover like mixed with the the Latin artist, she would have given it to you.
She played at like my middle school. Like I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
dude.
she played at my middle school. Like and then she just like skyrocketed. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.